Hello, Leo. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your Love and Life reading for the second half of June from the 16th all the way through the 30th. General reading as always, guys, so please do keep that in mind. It will not resonate with every single person tuning in. So we're going to be starting off with 3D messages. I'm focusing on those of you who are in separation or going through challenges in your partnership and ultimately how it's affecting your life right now. So focusing on 3D messages to get things started, I'm going to use my Silhouettes deck, and then we'll grab some cards from the Mystic Moon Oracles deck by Mystic Moon. So let's begin, and then of course we'll clarify with some tarot messages. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Leo. So in the 3D, between you and your person, what do you need to know right now? We do have stepping stones. So this card says, learn from your past mistakes to avoid life's pitfalls and thunderstorms. Until you do, tread lightly. The wrong step might land you in deep water. So at this time, Leo, what this is telling us is hopefully you are learning whatever lessons are attached to this message from past mistakes that either you have made or situations that you got yourself into that just were not the best thing for you. Okay, so lessons that need to be learned. Let's go ahead and grab a couple more cards for the 3D for Leo. We do have sight coming through here. Sometimes we don't see what we need to see until after it's gone. That could be ultimately a part of the lesson that needs to be learned as well, that we don't recognize something or someone and the value that they bring to our lives until after they've left our life. So when it comes to the person that you are thinking about, Leo, if they ultimately didn't see you for what you brought to the table, what you contributed to the partnership, then maybe now they see it that you guys are in separation. I love how we've got this card coming through because they still feel drawn to you. Intensity, I can no longer ignore this magnetic pull between us. So even though you're at a distance from one another, more than likely at this time, they're still so incredibly drawn to you. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some cards from the Mystic Moon Oracles deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. What else do we need to know here? Karmic partner, okay? So for some of you guys, this person could represent a karmic partner, or they are currently with a karmic partner, and that could have something to do with these lessons that they are learning in the 3D for now. Or a karmic partner taught either yourself or your person a lesson here. This is interesting, this next card. The answer is no. And then we have regret. So these three cards here for me, for some people this might resonate, that either lessons were learned, as I've mentioned, or they weren't, because the answer is no as far as a karmic partner. So someone might have some major regrets here as to how this whole situation played out, or they have regrets with you, Leo, because they just weren't able to do right by you. And this could even be you saying this. It's like, don't come towards me. Don't reach out. I don't want to be in a relationship with you until you can either learn whatever lessons need to be learned in their life, or whatever attachments, unhealthy attachments that they might have with other people. If this was a third-party situation for some of you, you're perhaps refusing them coming back into your life, but they still feel so drawn to you. Okay, and then the bottom card is healing. So if you guys have been through a very painful breakup, for example, because there was a karmic situation going on with someone else, third parties, as I've mentioned, infidelities, cheating, trust issues, this could be a situation that is now healing or will eventually head in this direction to restore balance in the partnership. Okay, so let's clarify it with some tarot. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my tarot teacher here. So now that more than likely you're not in their life, maybe now they've had an epiphany, they've had clarity, their role in ultimately why things didn't work out, why things are out of balance. So Divine Feminine, you're being guided at this time to really trust your gut and intuition. And I do like the Six of Wands coming through here. First of all, Leo, this is fire energy. You are a fire sign. So this is telling you that this can still turn out to be a very successful relationship. I do feel that, because starting right from the very beginning, you got to learn from what didn't work before. But you also have to, especially my feminines, you got to trust your gut that what you are seeing in the 3D is actually progress and healing. And if you don't see that, then this energy could certainly be something and progress that you can make in your own life. Because sometimes we have to walk away from somebody in order to make progress in our own life. And they need to be able to not be with you in order to figure that out as well. I feel the masculine coming in as this Page of Swords, because the Page of Swords is a very curious person. They're restless. They're wanting to communicate. This could be the masculine. They want to be able to communicate with you. They want to talk to you. But maybe, Leo, you're just coming through with this Nine of Wands vibe. You've got your boundaries up. You're guarded. You're not quite sure if you want to talk to them. But one thing I love about this card, the Nine of Wands, because right from the very beginning, as we've seen, learn from your past mistakes. What is the Nine of Wands about? Learning from past failure. So someone is learning that. Either you've already done that, or the person that you're in separation from is finally getting it. They now understand. They see what they've done or what they've said to contribute to the breakup and separation here. We do have the Death card here, which makes sense for me as well, because something needed to come to an end. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Scorpio here. It had to end, yes, but this is perhaps giving you guys the opportunity to heal, to bring things back into balance, and to start over. But in order to start over, attachments to karmic partners or anything negative, past baggage, that needs to be let go of. So this is a transformation and a transition that's happening in your partnership. So that's actually really good. Let's go ahead and grab some dialogue messages from your person here, Leo, and let's take a look and see what's in their heart space in the 3D. Currently, you might relate to some of these messages for yourself, and if that's the case, you're more than welcome to, interpret it in that way too, what it is that you'd want to say to them. So what's the dialogue like in the 3D? You drive me wild. They're still very attracted to you. We already see the intensity, the magnetic pull. My heart will forever be where you are, no matter where you go, no matter how far. So clearly we're focused on those who, as I've mentioned, were in separation, going through challenges. There's distance here. So they're telling you that no matter where you are, even if it is away from them, that you will forever be a part of their heart. Interesting. Let's grab one more message. 3D messages. And if they're not actually saying these words to you, they're thinking it. You had me at hola. Okay, so that could be any language, of course, if you don't speak Spanish. So right from the very first moment that you guys connected and met, there was that instant attraction, the magnetic pull, the very intense draw towards one another. But for some of you, currently in the 3D, you're telling this person no. And they've got regrets over things that they have done. More than likely with a karmic here. So there are karmic ties, there are karmic cycles that need to be addressed here in the 3D. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at some 5D messages here. And let's see what else needs to come through. So hopefully you guys were able to resonate with what came through in the 3D messages. All right, so let's take a look at some 5D messages. I'm going to pull from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. What else do we need to know here? Obstacles. Our connection has had so many challenges. We take 2 steps forward, 1,000,000 steps back. We make progress, we forgive, we forget. Then we regress and go back to our old ways of creating drama and stress. I can't keep climbing over these obstacles by myself. We are either both in or I'm out. And that's true. You both have to be able to work on the partnership together. It can't just fall on your shoulders, Leo, to be able to do all the work. They have to do as much as you're willing to put in the partnership. We have joy. So it's interesting, the reference here, because this card says it really was love at first sight. And remember, we have the sight card that came through. The very first moment that they saw you, you know, it was instant attraction, as we've already determined that with this card. The very first moment, instant attraction. Love at first sight is what's coming through there. And that's confirming that here in the 5D, that they still feel so incredibly attracted to you. From that first glance that I knew was meant for only me, the brush of your hand against mine, your heartwarming smile, and everything about you that brings me joy beyond measure. Thank you for choosing me for life. You guys could have also talked about this, you know, being in each other's lives forever, being forever connected, or even possibly even getting married. Some of you guys could have been married but are in separation right now. They recognize that joy in the 5D. They know that they perhaps fell short of putting in the work in the partnership. And I've got a card flying. Hold on. Look at this. We've got him coming through, which of course could represent the male counterpart in the relationship, or divine masculine, however way you interpret that. This card says, we are all different and unique in our own way, yet we are all the same. We love, we live, we laugh, we dream, we hope, we hurt, we heal, and we cry too. Don't underestimate our soft side. We do have one and are just as weak and vulnerable as you are. Sometimes we can move mountains to be with you, make your dreams come true, and win you with our charms. And what I get from this masculine in the 5D is perhaps they're open to their vulnerabilities. They're allowing their weaknesses to be more exposed in the 5D. In the 3D, they might be a little bit more guarded with that and protecting their space so as to not appear weak and vulnerable to the feminine, perhaps. All right, so let's go ahead and grab a couple more cards. I'm going to pull from the Journey of Love deck as well as the Journey of Love 2. I've combined both volumes here. This is by Bridget of Divine Essentials. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. What else do we need to know? That's too many. What else do we need to know here? I'm just going to fan these out here. Let's choose a couple of messages. Illuminate. Thank you for being you, my light in the darkness. That is what you represent to this person, Leo. You're like that shining light. You could represent the sun, which of course is very happy energy in tarot. This is also, I feel, an illuminated path that could guide them back to you or you to them. Let's grab one more message. Unconditional. Okay, the number 19 could also be a specific number for some of you. It breaks down to a 10, which of course is completion. Unconditional love. I'll always forgive you. So perhaps that's been something that has been very difficult to do in the 3D, is to find forgiveness. But in the 5D, perhaps you're more open to it, to be able to at least explore the possibilities of where this can go, to take it out of the 5D and bring it back into the 3D world. Because it really does start with forgiveness, to be able to climb over these obstacles together. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. I'm going to use my new deck, the Illuminated Star Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. When it comes to the 5D messages, what else do we need to know here? What else? We've got the Four of Swords, which is rest, relaxation, and recuperation. And I feel that's quite appropriate for something that's coming through in the 5D, because this is where you guys can take a bit of a break from the hurt, from the pain, and just concentrate on this unconditional love and the joy in the partnership. And then you've got the Justice card coming up next. So this is about facing the truth of the matter, being able to find clarity, which is much needed here. We already have, as you guys have already seen, this Sight card, and it says sometimes we don't see what we need to see until after it's gone. And so I feel in the 5D, they're working on finding clarity. They are working on finding balance here. Some of you guys could be dealing with a masculine who is an air sign, King of Swords here, okay? This is someone who's very intellectual, a very logical thinker, but they could also be really cold and arrogant, okay? So if that's your masculine, perhaps they're trying to work through that in the 5D here. It's also time to lay down the heaviness of this connection, whatever has been weighing you guys down. 10 of Wands representing heavy burdens, extra responsibilities, you know, that are plaguing this connection perhaps in 3D, and being able to work through that in the 5D. Let's see what else. What else, please, for Leo in the 5D? Divine Feminine. You're coming through as the High Priestess. Didn't that already come through in the 3D messages? Yes, it did. Okay, so we've got the High Priestess coming up again in both the 3D and the 5D. So it's very important, especially for the Divine Feminine here, to trust your gut, trust your intuition, and what you truly feel is right in your heart over this situation. Let's grab one more message here for Leo in the 5D. Look at this. Four of Wands, being able to establish a strong foundation. And maybe for some of you, that foundation has to be worked through in the 5D in the meantime in order to make it a reality in the 3D. This does represent a twin flame connection. It also represents the 1111 card, so if you happen to be seeing that time or that number, it's a Make-A-Wish number, so perhaps you have a wish here that can manifest itself in the 3D. For now, that wish could be in the beginning stages of manifesting in the 5D. So let's go ahead and grab some dialogue messages now, and what your person would want to say to you from their higher self in the 5D. And again, if some of these messages speak to you personally as to what you'd like to say to them, then you're more than welcome to interpret it in that way too. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. You and I, two hearts who were destined to meet, fall in love, and live happily ever after. That is what they want. You know, they want forever with you, to live happily ever after. My heart is incapable of ever loving anyone else but you. I feel like we've known each other forever. For some of you guys, you could have even connected in a past life where it does seem like forever, because you guys have known each other for such a very long time. And last message in the 5D, hold my hand through this journey of love, romance, and life's adventures. I can't imagine going through it with anyone else but you. So this is what it is that they want you to understand in the 5D, Leo, that despite the struggles that you guys might have been through in the 3D world, in the 5D, they're trying to work through all that and really wanting you to know and understand that you're the only one for them. Okay, so hopefully that's something that can manifest itself as well in the 3D. So I wanted to go ahead and take a look at some telepathic conversations that you guys might be having in the meantime. So I'm going to pull some messages from this deck by Angelic Revelation 144. You have my heart, soul, lovers, and separation. So what does that conversation look like for you, Leo, between you and your person here? Telepathic conversations during this time of separation. And, you know, sometimes those conversations can be hurtful in order to create healing. I enjoy dating and keeping things casual as I am not wanting to settle down just yet. Okay, so this could be where your person is at right now. This could even be where you're at. You know, especially after having gone through so many obstacles in this partnership. Maybe right now you're not ready to get back into anything too serious with anyone. And that's something that they're just going to have to accept in the meantime. So that could be telepathically what you are wanting to convey or what they're telling you right now. Let's grab a couple more messages. I didn't know what love was until our fated meeting. I pray that God will unite us soon because you are my destiny. I love you till the end of times. And that's already come through on the cards that have presented itself here already. You guys were destined to meet. They realize this now, you know. And lastly, I would wait for eternity to be with you. I will never let you go. You are my one true love. I have been waiting a lifetime for you. Wow. So these are things that you guys are saying to each other telepathically at this time. So let's go ahead and grab some additional telepathic messages. I'm going to start with the Divine Masculine here. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my Thinking Man Oracle deck. This is the Volume 2 version. So Divine Masculine, what else do you want to say to your feminine telepathically for those who are in separation or at a distance from one another? What do they want to say? We're two stubborn people, keeping our distance, trying to prove we're both right. This is fucking ridiculous. Can we please just be together already? I love you. There you go. That's your masculine speaking up right there. Look at this. We've got yes, 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 whatever that means, you know. Maybe you know what those yeses represent, especially if maybe the last time you guys spoke, it could have been a no answer, or your answer could have been a no if you represent the masculine energy. And remember, guys, we already ended up getting this card. So perhaps this no can turn to a yes. Okay. This is from the masculine. We were best friends. I love you. I need you. I miss you. Will you let me come back to be your best friend again? So there is no question. We have a masculine here who wants to be a part of the feminine's life. You know, it's like, can we please just be together already? I love you. And that's really something that they want to be able to express to the feminine right now, even if it is just telepathically at this point. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some cards on behalf of the Divine Feminine. So I'm going to pull from my Woman's Intuition Oracle. So clearly you guys have had obstacles in the relationship. It hasn't always been smooth sailing. So Divine Feminine, where are you at? The masculine already letting us know that you guys are both stubborn. So maybe you're just as stubborn as your masculine here. But you guys were best friends. The best of lovers, the best of friends. So are you still upset? Are you open to talking to your masculine? Are you open to reconciling? Where are you at, Divine Feminine? Oh, geez. Being next to you, it makes me happy and so fucking horny. So you're clearly still very attracted to your masculine, which is interesting because that's the next section of this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the sexual chemistry and the physical connection. So some of you guys feel that way. There's something very attractive and magnetic about your masculine. And despite whatever's happened between the two of you, you still feel this way. You could be having some very sexual dreams about your masculine too. I won't ever forget, my love. Okay, so no matter where this journey takes you guys, you're never going to forget your masculine. This is an interesting message. If you really knew what I was thinking, you would have stayed all night. Okay, so take this if it applies, because clearly we might have had a situation with a karmic where somebody ended up leaving this connection, moving on to what they thought was a better situation, but it ended up being a karmic partnership that could have been toxic or unhealthy. And we have a feminine here, maybe who didn't get a chance to really express what you were feeling to your masculine, and they ended up not staying and moving on to another connection. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot here, if I can get my cards. All right, so I'm going to pull from my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle Tarot with a twist. If you're new to my channel, guys, this is a deck that I created especially for advanced beginners who would like to learn how to read tarot. And it's for beginners because it's got upright and reverse meanings, as you can see. The twist here is that I've added new oracle messages, as well as new court cards that are exclusive to this deck. So while you're learning, it's challenging you as well. It's a lot of fun to use. All right, Leo, so let's add to this telepathic conversations. So as you can see, you guys have a lot to say to one another. We've got the redwood tree coming through here. So this is all about longevity and a relationship that can actually withstand the test of time. You guys have been through struggles. Yes, there is this need to learn from past failure, past mistakes. But you guys are strong. You can actually make this work if you both want this, okay? So this redwood tree in the upright is all about communication. You have to talk and really be real and honest with one another. We've got the red rose coming through. Also, we've got a lot of the oracle cards coming through here. So we've got the saber of air right after that. Someone's favorite flower could be a red rose, or you could have been given a red rose here. This represents the deep love and the fiery passion and red hot chemistry between the two of you. Okay, giving you guys another opportunity to start over. And this makes sense for me, the saber of air. It's time to clean house. It's time to cut toxicity out of your life. Bad relationships, whether romantic in nature, friendships, or even unhealthy family connections, need to be addressed, released, and cleansed out of your life. Don't hold on to the past or heavy baggage you've been carrying. Exactly. We've already determined that in this reading. It's time to lay down that heaviness and get rid of past baggage and any toxic connections like karmic partnerships. Throw it out like yesterday's trash. It's time to move on and bring in some fresh air. Absolutely. What else, please, for Leo? Look at this. We've got Archangel Gabriel coming through now. I am the angel known as the master of communication. Very fitting. If you're having trouble expressing yourself to your beloved, I'm here to assist. I can inspire writers, teachers, journalists, and artists to convey their messages with clarity and grace. But of course, that can apply to anybody. You don't just have to be a writer, teacher, journalist, or artist. Okay, I can help you overcome your limitations so you can finally say the right thing to the right person at the right time. If you struggle with conveying your emotions, call on me. I will be there for you, which is perfect considering the redwood tree is all about the need for communication. If you guys are struggling to actually get all of these words out in the 3D, then Archangel Gabriel is actually here to help you guys through that. All right, let's grab one more message here. And we've got the Temperance card. I love it. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Sagittarian. So this is the need for patience because it's not going to happen right away. This is what's going to restore balance in the partnership and ultimately, possibly a reconciliation. So it can still come together despite how things might seem in the 3D. If things aren't going well, if you guys are not talking, it's just not going smoothly. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the physical connection between the two of you. I mean, we've already gotten an indication here that you guys are very attracted to each other. There's that intense magnetic pull. But let's dig a little bit deeper into that. Okay, so for this section of the reading, guys, it can contain sexual content, sexual innuendos, or even profanity. If that bothers you, if you're not interested in that, you're more than welcome to fast forward at this point to the next section, and you don't have to watch this part. All right, so let's go ahead, Leo. Focusing on the sexual chemistry, the physical connection between you and your person here. All right, here we go. I'm guided to this one. We have Saffron. You know I caught your eye the moment you saw me. We already know that. Love at first sight, right? I'm bold and I'm proud of it. I'm not afraid to make my presence known when it comes to love. Things can get fiery hot between us pretty fast. If you're ever feeling down, you know you can call me. Anytime, day or night, I can get you up off of that depressed mood you're in. I'm the only aphrodisiac you'll ever need. So either of you could be saying this to one another, that there's this fiery heat between the two of you still. Love at first sight, lust at first sight. Okay, so let's grab another message here. We have espresso. Somebody could really love espresso. I can't stop shaking. I can't sleep. I'm so damn lost without you. I'm anxious, overwhelmed. I can't think straight. Since you've been gone, everything has turned upside down in my life. Please come back. My heart can't take it anymore. That really pretty much says everything. They want you back. They miss you. Okay. We have Himalayan salt. All right, already. You know I tend to be a little salty. Okay, a lot salty at times, but I'm a really nice person. I'd be really good for you. I can be subtle or I can come on strong. It all depends on how you want me to be. Give me a chance to flavor up your love life with my colorful personality and you won't be disappointed. So what I get from this, Leo, is, you know, especially if you guys have really gotten into it, if they did tend to be a little bit salty with you, giving you attitude, especially when you guys were interacting, they're admitting that here, and they're basically letting you know that they want a second chance to be able to prove themselves to you. You know, give me a chance to flavor up your love life. Let's grab one more. We've got peppermint coming through. So this does represent the winter season here, the holidays, or even Christmas time. And that might be a favorite time of year for you guys, or that could have been when you met, or for some of you, even when you went your separate ways. All right, so this says, I love the cooler months of the year. Who needs to turn up the thermostat when I have you with me? I feel safe, warm, and protected in your arms, feeling so incredibly loved, appreciated, and cherished, and no other can jingle my bells like you. Okay, so whatever part of these messages plays a role in your connection, or whichever one you're able to relate to the most, that is a part of the chemistry between the two of you. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some cards from this deck, Slow and Sexy, Sensual Love Favors by Angelic Revelation 144. So Leo, what else do we need to know about the sexual chemistry and physical connection? That's a lot. Should we take them? Okay, let's take them. So this one says, I want to dirty dance with you. That could have been something that you guys really enjoyed doing, you know, sensual dancing together. I want our tongues to dance together. So there's this reference to dance and just having some deep, passionate kisses. I want to cook for you and with you. You guys might really enjoy cooking. Somebody could be a chef or just really enjoy baking or cooking. That could have been a mutual interest between the two of you. Let's talk dirty to each other. You know, maybe during sex, you guys like to talk dirty, or even through sexting, that could have been something that you guys were doing or want to do. I want to hold and massage your hand. So sensual massages also coming through here. Okay, and then the bottom card, I want you to tell me all of your wildest fantasies. Okay, so whatever your wildest fantasies are sexually about your person. I know that I'm kind of feeling here that they have their own set of sexual wild fantasies about you, and they want to hear how you're fantasizing about them too. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some songs here. This is the Lyrics of the Heart, the Grown and Sexy version by Divine Moon Empress. So let's take a look and see what these songs have to say about the sexual chemistry. You know, I don't need any candles or cake. I just need your body to make you birthday sex. All right, so for some of you guys, maybe you guys had sex on your birthday or theirs. Something about cake, and I mean food, cooking, that's referenced here. Okay, or just being really in a romantic atmosphere surrounded by candles and making love in that type of setting. Step back, you're dancing too close. There's that reference to dancing again, so you guys might really enjoy doing that. Step back, you're dancing too close. I can feel a little poke coming through. I know you felt it, but oh, you know I can't help it. You know what I want to do. Okay, so sexual innuendos on fire here. I probably shouldn't be around you because you get wild. You're looking like there's nothing that you won't do when I'm with you. All I get are wild thoughts. So wildest fantasies, wild thoughts. That's very much a part of the energy that's presenting itself here, guys, when it comes to the physical connection. All right, so I wanted to go ahead and add some tarot to this, of course. I'm going to use my Tabby Tarot Teacher here, focusing on Leo, angels, and spirit guides. So yes, the attraction is here. We knew that right from the very beginning, but you guys have also had your fair share of obstacles and challenges, having to deal with karmic partners. And a karmic doesn't just necessarily have to be a romantic connection. It could even be family, or it could be a friend that might be causing issues in your connection with this person. We do have the Two of Wands, so representing your own fire energy, Leo. So you are being presented with the opportunity to start making decisions for the future when it comes to this connection. Maybe right now you're just feeling really restless and just wanting things to get moving already, which could explain why we've got that Eight of Wands, because this is progress, this is rapid action, fast movement right here, making quick decisions, exciting times ahead. You want to just be free from the past and lay down those heavy burdens. Okay, you could be focusing on your person, that they've swept you off your feet. You're being thought of in that way also. And then we have a divine feminine coming through as the Queen of Pentacles here. So some of you guys could be focused on a feminine who is a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. So this is someone who's very nurturing. That could be how they are with you. You guys could have also had children together. This is someone who's very good-natured. They have good intentions in the partnership. And then we've got the Judgment card coming through here. So I really do feel that perhaps both of you have had a wake-up call, but I feel it especially for the person that you are thinking about, Leo. They've had their wake-up call. They are going through this awakening. They perhaps have taken a look at how things fell apart in the relationship before, and not wanting to repeat that. And therefore, part of this transition of the Judgment card is coming towards you with some form of communication to make amends and ask for forgiveness, okay? And Did we not already have something like that coming through? I thought. I mean, I don't want to have to go sift through all of these cards, but I believe that there was that reference to the need for forgiveness here. And then look at this. We've got the star. Okay, so truly there is a wish that can manifest itself here, Leo, when it comes to this partnership. So don't lose hope, because this might be a situation that despite the challenges that you guys have been through, you guys can find your way back to each other and start fresh, start over, and have another opportunity to make each other's dreams come true. All right, so that's what's coming through for the sexual chemistry and the physical connection. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some healing messages for the collective here. I'm going to go ahead and pull from this deck. And of course, I'll link everything down below for all of the decks used here today, Leo. So, healing messages. Healing definitely needed when it comes to what's happening here between the two of you. Angels and spirit guides, please. You gotta trust your gut, especially my feminines that did come through here. Your inner voice, your intuition. This can apply to the masculine too. You know, there's this need to rebuild trust perhaps in the partnership. Look at this, guys. We've got divine timing wanting to come through. So yes, you got to have patience for things to play out the way they are meant to. It's very important that this is coming through as well. The need for truth in order to maintain the integrity in the partnership and in your life. Nature. This is one of those cards where some of you guys could be really into nature and just spending time outside. Might want to go for a hike to just de-stress and think, or something that you really just enjoy doing. This is also a reminder to allow nature to take its course, because you can't force something into happening before its time, which is why we've got the divine timing card coming through there. Your friendships, very special to you, very important at this time. Pay attention to the signs that are surrounding you. It could be a number, okay, or it could even be a song you hear. It could be running across a particular photo or something that's very specific to you, and you'll know what that is about. Surrender and release, okay? This definitely has to be addressed here. Whatever it is that you know you need to let go of, give it up, lay it down. It's time to lighten the load that you've been carrying. What else, please, for Leo? Let's grab another card here. This healing could represent an actual physical healing for some of you, especially if you haven't been feeling well. So, you know, this could be the angel's way of letting you know that they're helping you to heal. This could also be, of course, an emotional healing, healing a broken heart. So they're helping you through that. Look at this. You've got manifestation coming through here. They are helping you as well to be able to manifest things in your life in the 3D. So just hold on to the faith that what's meant for you will come for you when the time is right. Let's grab one more healing message from your angels here for Leo. Retreat. Okay, so this makes sense for me. This is one of those cards where I interpret it a couple of ways. So one interpretation is you just need some downtime, go on a retreat, go on a little mini vacation, go get a massage, you know, just treat yourself in some way, shape, or form to allow yourself to relax and just have some downtime for you. The other interpretation of this card is backing away from a situation, retreating from someone or something that's no longer serving a purpose for you, which is why we've got the surrender and release card coming through there. Okay, so that's what's coming through there, Leo, as far as the healing messages. Let's go ahead and grab some cards from the Lover's Oracle. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. You may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there is always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. I love that. So you might have certainly been through your fair share of turmoil and difficult moments in your life, not just necessarily in your love life either. But a blessing is on its way to you. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. This comes down to trust and intuition. Okay, following your heart. And lastly, look at this. We've got time. You are trying too hard. Give it time, which is also clarified by the divine timing card right there. It cannot be rushed. Okay, so it's going to go at its own pace. All right, so lastly, Leo, let's grab some final messages from the Whispers of Love deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Leo. All right, let's grab a card or two here. I'm guided to this one. Love who you are. You are a divine and wonderful person, deserving all of the wonderful things that life has to offer. I absolutely love this for you, Leo, because remember, you will be able to manifest whatever you have focused on, whatever intentions you put out there. That's what you will attract towards you. But it starts with self-love. It starts with you being able to have love for yourself, to fill your own cup of love, to attract that love that you're looking for outside of yourself, and not just romantic love. Okay? So I love those messages coming through for you. So that's where I'm going to leave this one, guys. I do hope whatever part of it makes sense for you, helps you out on your journey for the second half of June. And if you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below. Thank you guys so very much, and I will see you next time.